Hello, everyone, Randy here, and we're playing Farming Simulator 17 on Goldcrest Valley, and we're going to be looking at Courseplay here this video, kind of an introduction to Courseplay, and hopefully a combine unload course here, so we're going to make this as quickly as possible. So when you first get Courseplay, you can use right-click on the mouse to open it, or left control and delete. Personally, I prefer left control and delete, and I always change it as such. That way when doing loader work, it doesn't just pop up on you and kind of annoy you. So if you go to the settings tab here, open HUD with, and you can just click on that and it'll change it to left control and delete. Like I said, all your preference, that's just my preference. So now, of course, it will not open with right click. Right click, by the way, will bring up the mouse. So if you right click, you can have your mouse, right click again, the mouse will disappear. So important to note there. If you want to look around, make sure you hide the mouse. And if you want to control Courseplay, make sure you bring the mouse back up. So along the top of Courseplay here, we have a bunch of options. And then down along the bottom here, we also have a bunch of options. These along the bottom are all the different modes for Courseplay. And we're mainly just going to focus on the one mode here this video. And that is the second one in here, the C with X. That is the Combine Unload course. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. Going to switch to that mode. And depending on what mode you are in here, it's going to depend on what options you have available up top. So the play pause icon up here basically allows you to start, stop your courses. This will show all the courses you have created and saved. Just have some basic offsets, percentages, etc. under the or actually the fourth tab here. Combine. This is kind of an important one. You have automatic search or manual search. So when unloading combines, Courseplay can automatically search for the combine. The automatic search only works if the combine and the tractor are both on the same field. So very important to note there. Speed settings. For the most part, folks, you can leave pretty much all these settings where they are. You just pretty much leave them be. Don't have to change that many of them. Again, options to use four-wheel drive and stuff like that. That's if you have drive control. One thing I will note here, pathfinding activated. Typically, I will deactivate that with Courseplay unloading combines. Basically, it's kind of a realistic setting there for Courseplay. Courseplay will not unload the combine if the pipe is over crops when the pathfinding is activated. So if you deactivate it, Courseplay will always unload the combine once it reaches 50%. If pathfinding is activated, though, it will only unload the combine if the pipe is open, meaning it's not on crop, or it reaches 100%. So in this case, the combine just turned around there, the pipe is going to be open, Courseplay will unload it at 50%. If the combine was going the other way, though, and the pipe was over crops, it would wait till the combine is 100% full. So like I said, just kind of a realistic setting there. Typically, I will leave that deactivated so Courseplay is a little more prompt at getting the combine emptied. So we're going to start by creating a course here. Get the tractor started up. And we're going to create a simple unload course here. And one comment I get a lot of, Courseplay is very hard to use. Well, if you start off, and I always advise starting off, creating some combine courses. That's the easiest ones to do. So make sure you're in combi mode. That's the second one in here. Make sure you're on the play pause menu here for starting and stopping recordings and starting and stopping courses. So we're going to start course recording and simply going to drive across the unload point. So wherever you want Courseplay to unload your crop. In this case, we're just going to go to the farm silo here. We're just going to drive straight across it. Don't need to do anything else here. And then back to the field. Now, one important thing here, when creating these courses, if you want to use the automatic search function for Courseplay for finding combines, you need to make sure you start and stop the course on the field. So you can see I started the course on the field, and we're going to stop. So just push the stop here. And we're going to stop the course on the field. And if you want to save it here, you can save it. I'm not going to bother doing that because I really don't want to keep this course. But you can give it a name if you want. Hit enter and you can save that. So we're just going to hit it, tell it to drive course. It's going to tell us no combine is in reach. And it's going to go to unload the combine. I'm not sure how full the combine is here. I see the beacons are going, so he is almost full. And this is going to mess Courseplay up a little bit because he just finished. And again, I have nothing to do with this. This is Courseplay doing all the work here. We simply created a course that goes basically from that corner of the field there, drive across the unload spot. Again, you don't have to do nothing. Just drive across it, come back to the field, stop the course, save it if you would like to. Tell Courseplay to drive the course, and you are done. Nothing else to be done at that point. One thing I will make note of here before we wrap up the video, if you go to the Combine Search tab here, it will tell you the current combine it is searching for. So the AxiaFlow 9230, you can remove that so it won't go to that combine if you want. And of course you can manually, so click on this, and then you can select it manually. I guess that's the only combine I have at the moment, so I can't select any other ones. Typically I'll leave it on automatic. And one important thing here, if you're using multiple combines on the one field, so for those of you who watched Farming Simulator 15 there on the Oklahoma map, when I played on that map, use that mode quite a bit, you can have one tractor unloading multiple combines. Obviously you cannot really do that if you have it selected manually, because you can only select one combine. So kind of an important thing to note there, if you're unloading multiple combines on one field with one tractor, or even multiple tractors, Courseplay can kind of manage the whole thing there if you have it in automatic, and that's personally what I typically recommend. Also from the combine side of things here, just to show you folks, so if you're maybe doing the combining yourself and you have Courseplay running the course for unloading, get back into the combine, open up Courseplay the same way. You can click on this first button here where it has the combine and exclamation point, and you can request a driver. So if he's on the field, you can hit request driver. It's probably not going to do nothing now because he's already here, and that'll request an unloading Courseplay driver. Again, these are more options if you have multiple combines, multiple Courseplay drivers, something like that. Not something you typically will need. So anyway, just to wrap it up here, once we're done with Courseplay, just stop course. Up along the top here, we have the unload. So this will unload the current course. In this case, it will actually delete the course because I have not saved it. So we'll just actually do that here now because I don't really need to save this. So just unload that. Now that course has been deleted. Like I said, we did not save it, so it's gone at this point. And if we want to load up another course, let's say you did save it. As you can see, I do have several courses saved here. For example, field 26 here. This is an unload course. That simply goes from 26 there. You can probably see it just in the distance. There's the Courseplay start and stop lines. And of course, it just runs up across the unload spot there. Now for the lines for Courseplay under settings here, this is one thing that does come in handy. You can see the actual course there if you push that middle button. This shows the start, this shows the stop, and then if you bring that up, that'll show the entire course there, the middle 4 dots. And like I said, lots of other options here, but we're not going to cover those this video. We'll maybe leave that for another time. Most of them are fairly self-explanatory too once you get started with Courseplay. And like I said, if you're starting with Courseplay, I recommend starting here. Start with a combine unload course. It is arguably one of the easier courses to make, and it's probably one of the more preferred ways to use Courseplay as well for unloading combines, at least for myself anyway. So anyway, we'll wrap up the video. Folks, have any comments or questions about this, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.